Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS, and today we're back in LumaFusion, and it's a good day. I'm going to kick off today with a song and a video clip that goes to show you what you can do with video. This is S.M. Borthwick, The Edge of the World.
Father, please hear my confession. Will you ever forgive what I've done? I've stolen and murdered and gladly indulged in every depravity under the sun. The ghosts of the past may well haunt me. The specters of life have stolen away. I've tried to relent, I've tried to repent, but I still bask in the lights of my glory days. We wanted to see what was out there, for adventure and riches and fame. We confronted our fate so lightly, with not a care in our hearts for the laws of the sane. When we reached the crystal Azores, our treacherous flag was proudly unfurled. We wrote on the maps, here be monsters, when we set our mainsail for the edge of the world. Heave-ho, heave away, right over the edge of the world. The devil feasts on misery as we sail over the edge of the world. Hey ho, hey ho, hey ho, hi, hey ho, hi. We ruthlessly captured our treasure and hid our misdeeds under towering waves. We sharpened our knives, made widows of wives, and an army of fatherless babes. These cursed shores are no fit place for man. Only the damned, the foolish and brave. A lonely young lass prays for my safe return, but I don't have a soul to be saved. Mother, you know my transgressions. Can you ever forgive your poor son? They say the possession's 9/10 of the law, but they take my wretched life to repay what I've done. The king's privateers hit us broadside. The ocean turned red as it broiled and swirled. I'll gather my brave pistoleros and dance with the devil at the edge of the world. Hey-ho, heave away, right over the edge of the world. The devil's dues will soon be paid as we sail over the edge of the world. Hey-ho, 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 hi, hey-ho, hi.
Gladly indulged. Fucking brilliant. S.M. Borthwick right there. The edge of the world. See, man, what can you do with all this cool stuff we have in our pockets, in our little glass computers? It is amazing. I sound like an old person. Oh, God, look at these glass computers we have. Awesome job, SM Borthwick, and here's to you. I do believe this was made... Was that made in LumaFusion? I think it was made in LumaFusion, which is why I played that today. Not only that, it's a great song. It's a great video clip. And it really does go to show you what you can do with a little bit of just thinking outside of the box, man. Thinking outside of the box. That's what it's all about, yeah? Hey, if you're watching over on Facebook... You're not, because it's gone! Facebook's finished, everybody. Let's have a party. Facebook's finished. Facebook's been down for hours and hours and hours, and it's never coming back. Never coming back. Awesome stuff. So good to see Facebook's dead. Oh, man, what a great thing to wake up to. It's made me so happy. So you're not watching on Facebook today. So it's a great thing for YouTubers today because everyone's piling over to YouTube to get their entertainment, and Facebook is dead. And you know what? Conspiracy theorists all over the world are crying. They have nothing. They can't post their random weird bullshit anywhere. Oh my goodness me. Alrighty. So if you're watching over on Twitch, at twitch.tv/howtoapp on iOS, which I can see there's always someone over there. Hello to you. And let's say hello to everybody at the YouTubes over here where Facebook doesn't exist today. Hello, Brad Example. Hello, I have an idea. Hello, Joe Glenn. Hello, SM Borthwick. Hello, it's always effing good to see you. You didn't miss anything, Russ. Thomas Christ, hello to you. Hello, SM Borthwick. Me Hardy. Thomas Gillane, hello to you. Dave Fox, g'day. Who else is here? As I'm scrolling down, have I got Russ? Hello to you, Russ. Good to see you, Russ. I got your email. I'll respond to you very soon. Sorry, I wasn't well yesterday. Adam Burst, hello to you. Paying to get. Good to see you. Have I missed anybody? Kim Hudden Hudson, hello to you. Andy Goldsby, congratulations, Andy, on a marathon run. Did you like what I did there? You like what I did there? Marathon run? Oh, god damn. On you, Peppy. Where are you, Peps? Peps? Thanks. See, Peps is still working. Audible video, hello to you. I think I've covered everybody. I think I've got everybody. Facebook is dead. Facebook is dead. It's the best day of the year. Oh, man. Hello, Nothing Pretty About Synth. Man, so good that Facebook is dead. It is just so good. So good. Man, so happy about it. It's just fantastic stuff. I think I've said hello to everyone. Cool. Alrighty. There's no price drops today. So, I mean, if I click on this. Oh, look at this. Look, there's Facebook. Safari could not open this page. Look at that. Facebook's finished. Oh, man. So, I think Facebook went down for me at about 3 a.m. So, it's been 4 hours, man. 4 hours. It's pretty full on. They must be absolutely crapping themselves because that means WhatsApp is down. It means Instagram is down. Can you imagine all those influencers with their duck face holding their cameras, taking their photos, and they've got nowhere to put their photos. They're stupid little photos of themselves, pulling stupid little duck faces. Oh my God, the whole world's imploding right now. Yeah, it's so good. I'm so excited. I'm such a sadist, aren't I? I can't help it. So there's no real price drop changes from yesterday. Mammoth Base still on sale. All the good stuff. All the Nembrini apps on sale. Yeah. Let's get to it. I was going to do a completely different show today, but because I wasn't well yesterday, I was actually quite sick. I spent the whole day in bed. I had a pretty much over the whole day, I had a 4-hour blood nose. It was gross. So I kind of didn't get to prepare for what I wanted to do today. So you know what? We're going to jump straight back into LumaFusion and work a little bit more on my utensils video clip because maybe something cool will come of it. Who knows? Let's jump in and do it, shall we? Let's get to it. Can we have a moment's silence for Facebook? let's hang on. Let's let's enjoy this moment. Let's have a moment's silence for Facebook. All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh man, it's just, I hope it stays there for the whole day. I swear to God, it's so much fun. All right, before we jump into this, I want to show you a little bit of the FMC video clip that I released over the weekend, and some tricks that I did for that. So here's the FMC video clip. Here is the uncensored version. Yes, the controversial uncensored version that has controversial images of bread and snot, which caused such an uproar that we had to... Here's one of the images that caused the problems, I think. It's this one right here. What is that? Well, you'll never know. Goodness me. So this was the uncensored version. As you can see, it's not really that full on what I did for the FMC video clip. So you've got some sneezing. All these clips were found on Pixabay. This one was my favorite one, the condom dangling over the cheese. Yeah, because that's not suggestive at all. And how did I make the censored version? Well, I'm glad you asked, because the censored version, all I did was take the exact same clip and put a big block over it. And, you know, that's how you get your music played on the Metalhead Hippie Show. Perfect stuff. Look at that. Awesome. And I actually changed the writing here from FMC to Filthy Maggoty Cunt to FMC. And I changed the end as well. If you notice here, I changed the writing to FMC, but I forgot that the name's still on the record cover. Whoops. Anyway, good fun, good times. So I'm going to work on another clip for FMC. I'll probably do that over the weekend, maybe. I just have so much on at the moment with recording music. Let's dive into the utensils clip and catch up, because what we're going to do today is we're going to work backwards. So here's the end of our clip. This is the end here, and we've got to fill in all this space here, and we've got the rest of the video clips all kind of half done. So we'll have a watch of it so far once again and give you a catch up on what's going on. And then we'll start working backwards and see how that goes today. So let me make sure the volume's good. And here we go. Okay, so that's where we're up to. Now, you might have seen that little skull in there. That looks pretty stupid. I did that the other day. I was like, oh, yeah, man, put a skull in there. That'll look cool. It looks shit. So that's got to go. Maybe it can go somewhere else. And I did notice a little error in there. So I'm going to fix this up. So you can see with this footage here, we have this white little line. See when I play here, oops, you can see just on the edge there's like this little white line on the edge of the clip. So it's just popping up on the end. So I'm going to have to zoom in on here and kind of eliminate that. So what we'll do is we'll just go in and we'll change the size up. So we'll do an overall size boost. And we don't need to do much. Just move it up to 102 or something like that. There we go, 102. And does it need the dancing man? Does it really? Should we put in the dancing man? I'm willing to put the dancing man in this one. Because I can grab him. Can I grab him? Let's see. Let's grab the dancing man just for Sai. See, now we've eliminated that little line that was to the left-hand side. It was really bugging me. So if I jump out of here, where is the dancing man? I wonder where he is. Now, I'm a bit concerned because in here, with pulling down files today, I've noticed with StoryBlocks today, the files are coming down real slow, and it's not my internet. I have a suspicion it's got something to do with Facebook, because remember, most of the world's data comes from data farms that are connected to Amazon, and maybe there's something going on at Amazon as well, which is why images aren't loading properly over on Facebook, and it's caused all this problem. And I'm sure that StoryBlocks, many companies house all of their data on Amazon server farms. If you didn't know that, now you do. Hello, Ed Zielinski. Hello, Sean Chandler. Is there anyone else? I have milk stills coming the way people have been talking. But that's a possibility, because I noticed downloading clips has been really slow on here. And that's not a usual thing. Normally my iPad's super fast enough to be able to deal with it. All right, so let's start walking backwards from here. Oh, look, we could always put in Bigfoot. What do you think we put in Bigfoot somewhere? Maybe we could, how about this? How about we put in Bigfoot here? How about we put, let's just take Bigfoot out. Why don't we do a secret hiding of Bigfoot somewhere? Hey, what's going on, G-Son? I'll put in an Easter egg for you all. We'll put in Bigfoot. We'll sneak him in somewhere. And we'll make him really faint, and we'll make it like an Easter egg in the video clip. What do you think? I think that'll be fun. So here's Bigfoot. We'll put him in there. And we'll take out this green screen. So we'll double click. We'll shrink him down a little bit, because you want to have him over here in the bushes, yeah? Sneaking behind the trees. All right. So now I'm going to head over to the green screen section. So effects, which is down the bottom right-hand corner. Over to the little keyhole up the top here. And we can select this green screen, which will take out all of that green background. So now we have Bigfoot lurking, and we can go back here to size, and we can make him a bit smaller, and then we can fade him into the background. I think we could put him right back there, and then we can go over to blending. This is going to be so dumb, but why not? And look, look at that. We can fade him right back there. We can fade him even more. There he is. Look at that. So now, what the fuck? All right, so we need to animate him now. We need to make him look like he's walking forward. Maybe we should move him over here. What the fuck am I doing? I'll probably remove this at some stage. But there we go. So there's Bigfoot. We can put him there for now. We'll move this back to the start. We'll put in a keyframe down the bottom here. So there's our keyframe. And then we'll move this to the end of the clip. And we'll add our second keyframe in for the end. And now we'll take him, we'll bring him forward, and we'll enlarge him a bit. All right. So we'll bring him right up here. And then we'll take the blending, and we'll go back to the start, and we'll add a key point for the blending. And then we'll move it to the end and put another key point in. And now with the blending, we'll kind of make it a little bit darker. So he's starting to come through the fog. Let's see what that looks like. It looks stupid. All right, so it looks stupid. But it's I just thought it's a good technique to show you. So we could actually go in here as well and make him, we're going to go into blending again, take it back to the start. We could probably make him look a little bit more solid like that. And let's go to the end. Go to the end and we'll bring him right down into the water and make him actually bigger like this. See how that goes. What are we doing? Hang on, let's take that back. Go back. So I'm undoing this. I want to get out of blending. Right, so let's move to the, okay, so we're here now. I'm going to zoom him in, bring him up, right up like this. So now if we go back, he's actually moving through the water. And now we can actually go into the blending and fix that up a bit. So now with the beginning keyframe, he's more see-through. So we're in blending now. We can turn it up a bit. And now we go to the end and we'll give him a lot more like that. So yes, this is LumaFusion. So here we go. Now we'll go full screen. It's probably not going to stay in, but there you go. There's a little technique that you can see how to make somebody walk towards a camera, because it's just an animated image of him walking in one place. So you can actually make it look like he's coming towards a camera. So there you go. Pretty cool. Bigfoot needs to be holding a handbag. Man, you ask a lot. You want me to add a handbag to him as well? That's a tough one. Maybe I could try. Do I have a handbag sitting in here? Anyway, let's get back to the clip. Because I'm thinking we want to go and work from the end to the beginning. So I'm just going to move some of these clips out of the way, because we have this plethora of clips here that I'm going to use for the rest of the video. So let's have a listen to what the end is, because we know that the clock finishes right on midnight. Boom. So I want something with wind. And as you know from being the previous shows, I want to make this clip go from all this disaster stuff to right at the end, desolation and the end of the world kind of thing. So see this clip here? This is what I want. But I know there's another clip like this that has a flag on it that says help. And I think I've used it in my movie. So what I'm going to do is head over to Documents, my Documents app, where I have my movie. For those of you who don't know, I've been working on a feature film for the last few years. And I have the master in here, the actual master file. I think it's in history. Is it? Possibly. Where are you? Here it is. Yes. So this is the entire... No, is that it? Yes, this is the entire movie. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to import this into LumaFusion. And I just want to take a piece of it. I just want to take one piece of my movie. So we'll import that into LumaFusion. Maybe, kind of, sort of. Is it happening? There we go. So, look, I've already got it in there. There you go. So I didn't need it. So we can delete this. If you ever want to delete anything from within here, it's a little bit of a trick to it. Let's talk about that while we're here. So you actually need to, these are in your imported section. So you actually have to click on it. And then once you click on it, you're given the option to delete from here. So we can get rid of that because I already have a copy of it here, which is this. This is a 45-minute movie. So I'm going to drag this into my timeline. Or I'm just going to preview it. Let's preview it, and I'll find the bit that I want out of my film. And it's just around here. There it is. That's what I want. I want this section. I'm going to chop this and bring it into the film. So let's just take this piece. Now I'll take from up here and drag this into the clip. We'll put it back here. And there's what I'm after. That's the footage I'm after, that little help thing. So we can pull this out a bit. So this is what I'm after. I think I want to end the video clip with that, not the cows. The cows are not what we want. So we can chop this down now. Let's zoom in a little bit. We'll zoom in a lot, make sure it's nice and precise, the cut. Okie doke. So this is going to be the final section of the film. So now I'm going to drag this and put it into the timeline. Good times. Facebook's finished. Good times. Totally good times. So this clearly is not long enough. So we're going to go in here and we're going to slow it down. So we go into the folder here, into the file, click on speed, and I'm going to bring this down to about 45. And it's still not long enough, which is cool. Let's have a look at that. Let's make it a little bit longer. I don't mind if it's really slow and horrible, because it's okay. We'll take it down to 30. I just want it to get to this point. Or the other alternative, we can try this. Let's see, we'll undo these changes. Let's try this even. We'll undo it again. Try play. And what we can do is possibly duplicate and see if we can match it up. So we'll make a copy of it, bring this over, and see how we can get this to join up. So probably about there. We do a trim. I'm going to take out this, bring this over, and let's see. Close, 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 close. We'll have a look and see how it looks. Never going to get it perfect. Let's have a look. Is that original clips or do you use stock footage? I use a mixture of everything. See, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Let's look at it again in full screen. Do you think we can get away with it? I think we can get away with it. Kind of, sort of. Kind of, sort of. We'll try again and just do another copy of it. I think it will get away with it if we place something else over the top, because we can add some smoke to it or something as well. We can add a green screen effect over the top to try and mask that it's there, that it's got that little issue. Anyway, we can come back to that. So that's what I want to end on anyway. So I have a whole bunch of other clips here that I want to use. Let's find those. And they are this one here, this destruction one. So we'll grab this and bring this into the actual video. This one's probably going to need to be slowed down a little bit too, or I'm going to chop a whole bunch of stuff together really quickly for the end and do a big whip through of stuff. Okay. So there's our clock. Okie doke. So we can chop that off right there. Look at that. It fit perfectly. That was right on the money. Hello, Orchestra Eclipse. I didn't expect that one to just fit. It was right on the beat. That's really cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, just so I know where I am, I'm going to copy this, make a duplicate of it, and bring this in here. And then I'm going to remove this one. Why am I doing that? Because I want to end on this clock like that. And I'm actually going to have in the background, if we go into this clip here, I'm going to hit the transparency. So we're going to go to blending for this and pull this back so you can see the clock slightly in there. And then it'll come back to the clock and then to our help sign. So let's find some more of these just end of the world things, which I have saved. I've got another one with some hopefully I've got I do recall having a bunch of them. Maybe I don't. So I've got this clock one as well. So let's go back to this clip up here. So I'm now going to take some other footage from my movie, which is pretty cool. Why not just add this in? Because this movie that I'm working on, all the music in it is taken from utensils. So this will be a good tie-in for what's happening in my movie. So let's find this clip. I'm looking for, we'll take all of this up to there, up to here. Alrighty, so this section of film here, we'll just mute the sound. I'm going to chop some of these up and use them in here. I'll show you these. I'll show you full screen. So this is some pretty demented shit. So I want to kind of make a representation at the end of this of like hell on earth kind of thing. And there's some really good stuff in here coming up. So we'll chop that one up. We'll take that out. I probably won't use all of that. What have we got? We'll take this up to, probably take it up to there. We'll chop that. Now we will scroll through this. What am I looking for? I'm looking for I've got this demonic thing coming up. So it's here. I've got this bit here. Take it to about there, chop that. And we don't need any more of this. There's another scene I want here which has some winged demons. There it is. So we can start from there. and chop it about there. So we take these 3 clips. Let's throw these in. Good times. Now I'm going to change the size of these because these are being made for a bigger screen. So I'm actually going to go in here and grab this marker here, the X. Actually, I'm not going to do that. Let's go back. I'm going to take the Y position. We're going to bring this down so it fits in. Now all of these clips that I'm using, these were all made in LumaFusion as well. And I think we're going to take from about here. And let's see, we'll move this in here. I want to hit everything on the beat as well. Okay, so once again, I'm just going to click into this this clip here and see what I had the blending at. So the blending's at 72.5. Now remember, in the new LumaFusion, what's cool, you can go over to here, whatever you have, wherever you see a little pencil here, just click on the pencil, go up to your little blank space up here, hold your finger down. That didn't work. Hold my finger down. And it'll save whatever measurement this is. So now if I want to go into any other clips, I can double tap on this one, go into blending, click on the little pencil and just touch the 72.5. And that adds the exact same blending. So now we've still got the clock behind here as well. Because it's darker, we can probably take a bit more blend out of this. Let's try that because it's a bit darker. And we're trying to make it a bit more cohesive with the next piece, which is this one. Or we could actually make this one a little bit darker as well by giving it, by adding some contrast to it. So let's try adding a high contrast effect. Going back to our blending. There we go. So that should match a little bit more. See that? So everything matches a little bit better, and we've still got the clock in the background. Alrighty, so what I'm going to bring in next. Hello, Gary. Hello, John David Lees. Hello to anyone else I've missed. Next, we have this clip here. It's of the people running. So we're going to grab this one and pull it in as well. So I want 4 of these in this same kind of color kind of scheme. Let's bring this one in. And I want to catch that creature picking up the human. See that? So I'm going to cut out here. And this is what I want. I actually want this scene of the pterodactyl thing coming down and picking up a human and flying away. Because what says hell more than a giant winged creature coming down and killing you? Yeah? How cool is that? Let's see if it works on the beat. Cool. Now we can go in here and hit some transparency on this as well. Let's try the preset transparency in blending, which we had set to what? 72.5. Probably we can pull that down a little bit. Let's pull it down. There we go. Hello, Peter. And I think it didn't hit right on the beat, so we need to extend this just a little bit. Let's see if that hits on the beat now. Probably just a little bit more. We'll zoom right in, extend that out a few milliseconds. There we go. You know what? I'm looking at that. I'm finding it a bit distracting, this one here, because it's moving out. What would be really cool would be just to keep this still shot. So let's just get to here. I'm going to zoom in a bit. So you're getting my stream of conscious here. Stops about there. Right there. So we can trim this now. And we can do this. We can take this out of here, remove that, bring this back to the start, and now we can slow this down a little bit to make it fit in. So again, I'm going to double click on this clip. We're just going to time stretch it. Just going to slow it down. We'll slow it down to about 75. Can go a little bit more. Go probably about 48. Perfect. It's a little bit big, so let's go 50. Let's bring it up to 50. Half time. Maybe a little bit more. 55. Ah, man, typical. Nothing's perfect, so we'll go to half speed. Oh, 52. Look at that. Perfect. Right, so now we'll go in here and we'll just take off this tail. We'll drop it back in and see if it flows a bit better, because that camera moving out was quite annoying, I think. For me, anyway. Alrighty, let's find some more clips in here. So we can move this fire clip. We don't need this at the moment. What else do we have? Here's the other one I wanted. This shot here. And we'll probably jam this in here. And slot that there. In fact, let's move this to there. We'll swap these around. And let's go in here to this clip here, and we'll take out some of this transparency. So again, down the bottom here, we've hit frame and fit. We're going into blending, and we're going to pull out some of this so we can see the clock underneath. But we just want it to kind of match the rest. See, that's a bit darker. So this one, we're going to have to really pull some stuff out. We're going to have to pull some magic out of our asses here. We're going to go into effects here. And we're just going to add an original, so we're adding an original preset. I'm going to try and add some brightness to this. Tiny bit of contrast, just to brighten it up. Give it some saturation. And see this top, the levels here? I'm just going to pull this back a bit. And hopefully, the blacks aren't as black now. We're getting closer to getting this to kind of look a little bit more in line. Let's go in here again. We'll fuck with the brightness a little bit more. Let's see how that looks. Because the important thing is we want to see the clock. Kim, you're asking about the white writing in the middle of that. That is a D-Wave computer. If you don't know what a D-Wave computer is, jump on YouTube and have a look. It is it is the supercomputer of the planet. It is what is the brain of CERN, which is where they smash particles. Yeah, it's like an amazing computer. So and the why it's in this clip is in my film that I've produced using LumaFusion. The D-Wave computer gets super smart and takes over the world and controls the world and controls all of our brains as we plug into a virtual world. It's a complex movie. If you're a part of my Patreon, guess what? There's a post you can go back and watch the making of my movie that goes for about 3 hours. So, and you're a Patreon, Kim, so go back and have a look through the footage and you will find the making of my movie. Alrighty, so we've kind of got that end there happening. Does it run in GarageBand? The D-Wave? Sometimes. All right, so let's go back over here. So we've got some storms here. Now that we've got that ending kind of sort of worked out, I'm going to bring in some storm fronts and stuff like that. That's what we need to do here. So we've got some more shelf stuff. I was going to bring in this volcano. So let's do that. Let's bring in this volcano into here. And we'll find a good part of it. Probably want this. This bit where it's... from about there. I'm going to chop that, but we'll keep this as a spare just over here. Now we'll bring this back over here, and what I'm going to do now is dump into this clip here and see if we can center it a little bit. You'll notice because of the framing I'm using for this film, it's you can see we've got the actual images that I'm bringing in are 16:9, but we're using this cinema view. So I've got a bit of room to play with here. So what I'm going to do is make this a little bit larger, like that, using this size section here. And I want to center this. I want to make that volcano more front and center. Then we're going to head down here to effects, and I'm going to add some contrast, a high contrast to that. We'll head back over here to this and just pull it down a little bit. Probably not perfectly centered now, so I can probably go back a little bit. So let's just pull this over, tiny fraction, there we go. Not entirely happy with that. It doesn't look gruesome enough, do you think? I don't think it looks gruesome enough. I've got another one here. Where is it? It's this one. I'm going to use this one instead. Let's take this one over. Well, thank you very much, G-Son. I'm just winging it as usual. You know what it's all about? Like I say on the show, mistakes make you better. It's all about just experimenting and throwing shit against the wall and seeing if it sticks. Because that's how some of the best stuff is made. Taking a punt. taken a bit of a chance. So we'll pull this out of here and see how this one goes. Let's double click on it. That's pretty cool. We can go in here to the effects and add a bit more contrast to it. Sweet. Alright, so I intend on putting something to go with that scream in there. I need something to go with that scream. Let's see if that fits. Okay, we don't need these volcanoes. I don't like them. So we can delete them. And what else do we have? What are we? 53 minutes in. Still haven't finished this clip. There'll only be one more part of this video. And that part will be the final effects and everything like that. Okay, so we have this here. These nuclear plants. They're pretty stagnant. We're going to throw those in as well. Nothing like some nuclear plants to make you feel good, yeah? Alrighty. I put that right at the end, didn't I? Good going. I thought that was the end of the song. I was like, oh wow, I'm really close now. No, I'm not. Okay, so we want this to be 7. So we can stretch this out a little bit. We're going to need to stretch this out a little bit. Let's slow this down. Go about 80. 7.2. We can go a little bit more. We'll go 70. That should be good. Okay, so we need something else, and I saw here there was a in fact, you know what? We're going to use this clip, because I think, if I'm right, yeah, this is going to work heaps better. So you saw I put at the end there this help thing. It's not working. This looks crap. To me, you can see the change there. It looks crap. So we're going to just remove that. Bring this out of here. I'm going to use the original clip I had for that. Where did I just put it? There it is. This one here. We're going to use this for the final scene. Look at that. It actually fits perfect. It was meant to be. It's almost the exact same clip. Let's have a look at that, how it ends. Cool, hey? That works. I think that works. So we'll just mute out these tracks with volume. Cool, I think that kind of works. The only one I'm not happy with is this clip here for now. So I'm going to go back into blending and fuck around with the blending a little bit more. And actually go into the effects here and add a contrast to it. So it's a little bit deeper. The black's a little bit deep. Might as well make it all a bit deeper. Because what I'm going to do at the end, I'll show you what I'm going to do at the end. I have this really cool effect. Yeah, I'll definitely add a fade to that at the end. So that's, we can do that now. Let's just go in. We're going to go in up the top here to transitions. Go back there to transitions. And we can take a dip fade here and drag this in. So now at the end of that clip, we can actually make the fade a little bit longer. There we go. Let's undo that. And we can actually make this dip a little bit longer. And I can just fade out the noise to match it, kind of thing, if you know what I mean. Righty. So that's looking, the end's kind of looking cool. It's looking very apocalyptic. And before that, I do have this really long apocalyptic kind of thing here, which is animated, kind of animated again, this one here. So I'm going to bring this in. And there's plenty of room with this one. And each of these clips, just so you know, they are looking to be like around 802 kind of thing. So if we go 824 to 8. So what we're going to do with this one, this city skyline, is we're going to start to fade in the clock. So I'm going to double click on this and just check out the color and effects here. So let's look at the size of it first. That's pretty good size. It fits in. We've got all the buildings in there. We can probably pull this down a bit. So let's pull it down so we've got more of the sky in there. So there's more stuff going on. And then I'm going to click over here to the blending. And now we're going to set key points. So we'll set some keyframes. We'll set one at the beginning. So now we've got one at the beginning. And we'll set one at the end. And now on this last, we'll go back to the first one. And we'll turn down the opacity. No, we'll keep it actually up. And now go to the end. And turn down the opacity to about there. So now the clock should fade in so it matches the rest of this. We can probably bring it up a little bit more. We can fade this a bit more. Let's go to the end there. And hopefully, probably what I can do even with the clock is what we can do. We can go in here to this image, go into, we'll set a filter in here. So we'll go to the start, we'll set a filter. And let's try and really create some red contrast on this. So we can go in here and fuck with the red hues a little bit. We can actually go all the way to the bottom as well. And we can touch on this little section down here. And look at that. We can do that. Pretty cool, yeah? So now it should match a little bit more. Now we can go in. Back to the size here. And now we've got to get it to be a bit more vibrant. So all this stuff takes time, yeah? So we can turn up the vibrance of this, pull down the vibrance, give it some saturation. So it looks close enough. That's going to be something I'll spend some time on. Let's actually go back into this clip and add an original. There we go. That's heaps better. It is totally worth the time. And, you know, when you're doing a live stream, it's kind of hard because you don't want to bore everybody. Cool. So we are getting to, well, it's a bit past 8 o'clock. So we've only got this bit here to do. This will be, I'll do this off camera, and then the next show we'll be doing all the effects and everything. But what I want to do today, before I go, is I'm going to make a duplicate of this. So let's just make a quick duplicate. To do that, you jump out of the project, make sure it's selected, hit down here, and it makes a duplicate. So now we've got number 2. I'm going to jump into number 2, and what we're going to do is select all these unused clips by selecting the select tool down the bottom. And I'm going to draw all over these. And now I'm going to delete them. Gone, baby, gone. We'll zoom in. We've still got the select tool selected. So now we'll take all these, we'll delete them. And now we have a working kind of clip, yeah? So I'm going to run this off. Just going to do a run off of it. Even though it's not, I'll keep the Bigfoot in there for now, yeah? We'll keep the Bigfoot in. So to do a runoff, just a test, and I'm not going to do a high-res one or anything like that, just to save space. We click down the bottom here, and then Movie, and hit Photos. I'm going to save it to Photos. I'm going to select just a 1080p version, so we'll select 1080p. We'll turn off this ultra because I don't need ultra. We'll just do a standard video quality so it's not too over the top, and leave it at 25 frames because it's not important. And just click up the top here, and this will write the movie. So we're just going to write a movie, and I'm just going to show you one of the effects I'm going to add to it at the end, because I want to make this overall clip look like old film with scratches through it and blotches and stuff, like it's going through an old film projector. That's the overall thing I want with it. And later on, and so I'm going to use multiple apps to do this. I want to put some burn marks in the film as well. And at the end, I've got another piece of film which is like a, you know, those old projectors when the film comes off the reel and it kind of goes and flaps kind of thing. I want to create that at the end, like the films kind of come off the reel and it's flapping around. That's what I want to do right at the end. So once this is done, I'm going to open this up in another app that I have, which is a really cool app. It's really, really old too. I have a bunch of old video editing apps which kind of sort of only do a few things, but they do them really good. I've used these. I used it on this effect on the Metheist clip. I've used it on a bunch of my video clips, music video clips. So we shall, once this is done, I'll show you this quickly and then we'll call it a day. Tomorrow, everybody, is the 400th episode, by the way. And I'm going to be doing a bit of a time warp and going back through some of the shows over the last 400 episodes. Some of the stupid bits, some of the good bits, some of the fun bits, some of the cool apps, and all that kind of jazz. So hopefully you can join me for that. Should be hopefully fun. Okay, we'll jump out of this project. Now, this image should be in my photos. There it is, 4 minutes, 32. There's the clip. Good stuff. Now I'm going to jump into video editing. I think it's under. And this is called Videon. Here it is here. Hopefully it still works. Does it work? Low disk space. It's a really old app. So down the bottom, I'm going to click this little black square. And I'm going to import this video. So to import a video, and you can see I've got videos in here. I'm going to hit the plus button. Allow access to photos. Yes, please. Is it going to work? Maybe. Maybe this app doesn't work anymore. That sucks. No. Oh, here we go. So here is the clip. Here is our clip. And I'm going to hit the tick button, which will allow me to now edit this. So now it's importing it into this program. And now I can go in here and click on this. And I get all these options here. So this is a really simple app, yeah? So you have colors. You can add, you've got a whole bunch of really cool filters. Look at all these cool filters. You also have adjust. So you've got exposure, contrast, hue, saturation, vibrance, temperature, highlights, shadows, sharpening, blur, straighten. You've got effects. So I'm going to use some of these effects, and I'm going to use this dust one. So I can turn up this dust, and you can see, as I'm turning it up, you see these speckles that are happening? And I'm starting to get lines through it. So now when I hit play, you can see there's this speckling, and so it's kind of giving it that old... See that? It's pretty cool, yeah? You can turn it all the way up. If you turn it all the way up, it goes kind of crazy. But I like it. Let's keep it. And to keep this effect, you just hit the little tick. Done. And you'll see it moves it up to the top to let you know you've added it. So we've also got flicker here. And I want to add just a little bit of flicker, because if you go over the top with this, it'll fuck it up. So about 9 or 10. We'll go back to the start. Can we go back to the start? Let me go back to start. So it just gives it this little in and out random flickering. If I turn it up, it's way too much. Cool, so we'll keep that. Hi Bear, hello to you. Anyone else who I have missed, if you're here, I do apologize. So we've added that. We've got film grain. So we're going here to film grain. And now you see when I turn this up, you're getting all this grain as well. Now, again, this is something that you don't need to overuse. You only want to bring it in maybe about 15 to 20. We'll try 20. We'll take this back. It just adds to the speckling and the lines through it. So yeah, I'll show you. When you hit the full grain, it ruins it. So that's shit. So about 20. Cool. So we'll hit the tick for that. And I think that's all we really need. But you can also add other stuff in this. This app's called Videon. Videon. I'm not even sure if it's available in the App Store anymore. It's really fucking old. It's been out like for 100 years. It's really super old. Let's jump out of the effects. Let's see. Is it in the App Store? There it is there, Videon. Let's have a look. I hope so, because it's a really good app. Vidon. Videon. Doesn't look like it. Look at that. That sucks. Wow. Yeah, I thought it was gone. So what else do we have here? You've got settings in here as well. It's a shame that it's gone, because you've got aspect ratio. You can resize stuff. It's still there, is it? Maybe it's not available here in Australia. It's $5. It's a really cool thing. You can change the frame rate. So I'm going to go in here and add one more thing. You can rotate, flip, change the aspect ratio. So you've got a whole lot of really cool options you can do to this. Did I lose all my effects? No. I did, didn't I? Oh my God. I did. let's go and do these again quickly. So what do we have? Dust. We went full. Yes. We want film grain, which was up to about 20. Tick. And we had flicker, which had to about 10, 12. Tick. And the last thing I'm going to go to is colors. So I want to try and find, you've got this film one's really cool. You can see the difference. It really brightens it up. And you can go in here and mess around with the brightness of these. So I think I'm either going to choose that or, where is it? I think it's density. Not density. You got black and white, all that kind of stuff. 3 strip. No, we'll go with film. And that should be it, I do believe. Cool. And when you're finished, all you have to do is hit the little film section up here and apply effects, and it'll render your video. So once this is rendered, we'll have a play of it, and then I'll see you tomorrow. Sorry I've gone over time, but guess what? Facebook's dead, so you've got nowhere to go. Yay! Is Facebook back yet? Let me check on my browser. Let's do a refresh. Nah, Facebook's still dead. Facebook's still dead. Awesome. Good times. No more Facebook. Man, they must be shitting themselves, don't you think? Facebook. Oh, man, can you imagine all that advertising money they're missing out on? All those photos they're missing out on monetizing. Man, poor old Zuckerberg, he's probably sitting out in his garage, got some meat brisket out. He loves his meat brisket, old Zuckerberg. He loves a bit of brisket. I don't know if anybody's seen that video. If you haven't seen it, go onto YouTube and search Mark Zuckerberg brisket. You'll laugh your tits off. It is the funniest thing you'll ever see. He's clearly a robot. He's not human. The guy gets so excited over a piece of meat. It's just hilarious. He doesn't blink, and it's funny as all hell. Alrighty. Good time. So what else is coming up in the show? So this week, so after the 400th episode tomorrow, we're going to be looking at other desert cities the day after, and then doing a special episode before the YMLs moved to the day before. It's a day early YML this week. So I'll be kicking off before YML, and I'm doing a look at the new Desir album, where we're up to. And then on Saturday, playing with Friday, your time, I'm looking at Synthmaster 2. So here is this finished track here. And now you can see whenever you've added something new, it tells you it's new, which is really cool. And now I want to send this to save it. So now it should be saved over on my photos. Let's have a look. Has it saved it? There it is. Alrighty. I'll just make sure it's all good. Yep, there we go. So let's go out today with this video clip. The kind of work in progress. If I can get it to why does this fucking do that? All right. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you've got something from today. Remember, look around at some of the people who are creating stuff like SM Borthwick, man. What a great video. The way he matched that desk with the background using a green screen. Very simple, but so much little detail in there with those things on the table. Really, really clever stuff. Think outside the box. Add some crazy shit to add some effects. Make mistakes. Add stupid things. See if they work. You know, it can't hurt. Alrighty, let's do this full screen and enjoy this video clip with all its grains and stuff, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye-bye. I'm such a doofus. I clicked the wrong one. Let's go now. There we go.